Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I am the Muted Goat, and this is going to be another Civilization 4 Realism Invictus Let's Play. I've made quite a few changes since my last Let's Play. I did update download the 3.7 update, which was new to me. It is May currently, and that was released in December, but I was unaware, so that's nice. I also downloaded new recording software, which I am hopeful will drastically help with all the audio issues I was having. And then I saw on the forums this thing that you can do to help with this mod and its issues with crashing on the larger maps. And so I'm going to give that a try. And yeah, so for this playthrough, I thought I would do it on a giant map, and I am going to do 32 civilizations. So it'll be a lot more teams. And instead of the just default options for the mod, I am going to make a few changes to that as well, which is how I like to play. Alright, so 32 teams, so 32 civs. I am going to have revolutions on and allow barbarian civs, which with revolutions on, it's going to be kind of chaotic. And I'm also turning off espionage. God, do I want to do that? If you turn off espionage, any buildings you build with that give you espionage just convert to culture. And if you do that, it makes cultural victories much more attainable. It's not like they're out of reach in the first place, but they are much more attainable. But I guess that would counteract playing on a giant map with 32 civs and revolutions on. That makes conquest and domination victories essentially impossible, I think. So I think I am going to leave espionage off. I just don't really like espionage. It seems to benefit the AI way more than it benefits the human players, and they seem to just have a never-ending string of spies that they send our way and steal technologies and stuff like that. I actually did okay with it in my last playthrough because I had a trait from my leader that helped with my espionage quite a bit, so without that, I would have just been getting pilfered constantly. Okay, and so this is going to be quite the undertaking. Oh, and if you've noticed the music, another thing with my last playthrough, all of my videos from my last playthrough got flagged for having copyrighted material, and that was due to the music in the game. And so I downloaded a bunch of music that isn't copyrighted. It's just a bunch of classical music, kind of like a greatest hits of classical music. So you will be familiar with a lot of these songs, I'm sure. That is not ideal. I love the music in Civ4, but on the outside chance that this channel ever gets monetized, I don't want all of my videos to have to be limited due to copyright. So this is a change I had to make, unfortunately. And then let's see, I think that's everything. And so since I'm doing a giant map with a 32 civs, there's going to be a lot going on, and I am going to use a leader that I am familiar with and a civilization I'm familiar with. So I'm going to be the Americans, and I'm going to use Franklin Roosevelt. I think he is the best leader for the Americans, or at least my favorite. And I'm going to play on Prince again. If this playthrough goes well and I win as kind of easily as I did in the last episode, or last playthrough, then I'm going to try to bump it up to Monarch, and I'll probably get smashed, but we'll see. This should be fun. It's been a long time since I've played on a giant map just because of the crashing issues that this mod causes with large maps. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. And let's look at all the other map things. All right, so continent separation. I'm going to do minimum 5 water tiles for very huge maps here. I want there to be, so there's between 2 to 5 continents. That's fine. So I want there to be, you know, like a long period at the beginning where not all the civilizations are in touch with each other. So, you know, you won't have access to all the religions for the game. There might be quite a bit of a technological difference between the civilizations depending on which continent they're on. And I think that makes it more like, I guess, realistic is the word, but also just kind of an interesting flavor to it. And with no revolutions and no barbarian civilizations, you got to be much more judicial when it comes to declaring wars and conquest. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Let's just get right into it. Oh, and another thing, I am going to give myself 2 re-rolls on the map if I don't like my starting spot. So with the new recording software, I did a couple test games, you know, just played like 50 turns or so, and the first one I got, like, I could not have had a worse starting spot. I can't imagine trying to do an entire playthrough like that. It was, you know, there was tundra all around me. I was right next to the southern pole and had 2 resources. I had like a clam and a pig in my starting spot, which just was not good enough, you know. So, okay, here we go. Franklin Roosevelt. He's an administrator, so he gets +1 health per city and -2 epidemic empire-wide. Plus 25% national wonder production, plus 25% worker speed, which is great, and 50% faster production of public well, aqueduct, water ducts, or water works, bathhouse, mass transit system, and levee. So he's great for health, which is important when you have revolutions on. You don't want your cities getting unhealthy because that makes them unhappy. And then he's also a legislator. So minus 50% civic upkeep, which is great, +1 hammer on city plot, 50% faster production of government and official, which is okay, and then 50% faster production of courthouse, mayor's office, ministry of justice, and local bureaucracy. So since we are on a giant map, our empire is just naturally going to be quite large, just because the map is so big. So all of those will help with that. And then his negative is he's a populist, so plus 25% civic upkeep, but that is negated by his legislator perk. So yeah, I think that will work out great. Let's check out this starting spot. Sorry. Okay. So we're on a river, and we have a cow, a plains cow on a river, which is what I'm seeing. I don't see any other resources. Hold on, let me think. Because we're on a giant map, I think the resources are going to be spread out a little bit more. And so while not having a ton of resources immediately visible is a little concerning, everything else is great. Not on the coast, which I guess could be a problem, but we shall see. Okay, we got potato, more cows. We do have some tundra down here, so it looks like we're towards the southern part of the continent. But screw it, I guess I'm going to go with this. We'll see how this goes. Okay, we got wheat of elephants. And there is a water source. I see 2 tribal villages already. Okay, so this is going to work. And since we do have a cow I can use right away, I'm going to go worker. And this will be similar, where I'm going to get animal husbandry right away. And first thing I noticed about the update is just kind of the interface for the city has been updated. Don't know if I like it yet. It's different, so not necessarily bad, but any change gives me pause, but I think it's alright. And I'll try to explain the differences in the update as I come across them. I read them all. Oh, wow. The first tribal village got us a free technology, which is always great. So we got fishing, which is good to see. And ideally, you want to wait for your cultural borders to pop to get this tribal village. Because you can't have a bad outcome. Meaning you can't get, like, what's it called? The villagers are hostile or something like that. So I do have 32 civs, but we're on a giant map, and it's only going to be a handful more turns before our borders pop, so I am going to leave it there rather than rush my warrior down there. I'm going to focus my exploration more towards the north because I see the tundra down here to the south, which means not so great land. Alright. This is a freshwater lake here. You can see over in the bottom left it says freshwater lake. But here it says coast. Now, the game does have a bit of a bug, or at least it used to. This could be something they fixed, where very large lakes would be considered coastal. But in this case, this does... coastal meaning they treated them like oceans, so it'd be salt water and not fresh water. But in this case, this does look like a ocean. We got another tribal village over here. Okay, so this is a little concerning that we have tundra to the south, and then it looks like to the north we've got ocean. 112 gold from that tribal village, and if you recall if you watched the last one, I only got one tribal village the entire playthrough. Alright, animal husbandry. And yeah, I rewatched a lot of those episodes from my last playthrough, and boy, was the audio quality poor. So hopefully this is a upgrade on that. Alright, we got ocean to the left here. Alright. Got the Dravidians. It's financial, protective, and temperamental. There shall be peace in our time. Farewell. Alright, our cultural borders popped just in time to give us 182 gold from that tribal village. Alright, he came from the south, it looks like. A lot of swamp over here. I don't love seeing the swamp. Do have rice up here. I'm already thinking about like where my next city might be. Maybe like here to get here, get both the cow and the potato. Good health resources so far. And pig. Okay. We're going to get another tribal village too. They provided experience. Okay. And normally I do combat promotions, but this early in the game and we're playing on a giant map, I'm going to do these woodsman promotions. We do 2 of them. You're able to move through forest at twice the speed, basically. Okay, we got a worker. Let's go. I'm going to go Hunter's Cabin, because we do have those elephants in our that we can build a camp on. So Hunter's Cabin, just in general, gives you +1 food, and then you are able to get extra food from your camps, which will be the improvement we'll build on the elephants. I think that's a cheetah attacking us in forest. So they had a 0% chance of winning that, which is good. Okay. 10 turns to build the farm on the wheat. Yeah, and it's a real shame about Civilization music being copyrighted, because the ancient era music is just great, you know, so it's kind of a bummer. Can't listen to that, but I guess I'll learn to live with it. This is strange, so there is a bit of a tundra, or a lot of tundra down here, but this land isn't horrible. We got sheep and deer. We have a ton of food resources. We got 3 of the grain resources. So wheat, rice, potatoes, and then we've got cows, pigs, and deer and sheep. So all of the animal food resources. There's more wheat. Okay, now we're starting to see ice. Alright. The Berbers. Forest grew near Washington. I can't remember if I turned off... I've already forgotten what happened 10 minutes ago, but I can't remember if I turned off random events or not. I usually have them off when I play because, well, last playthrough we had volcanoes just constantly. I'm not going to do pastoral nomadism right now, but I do need to get tool making. Or do I do storytelling? I think tool making. Okay, got a hunter's cabin. Gonna do a smokehouse. I'm not building any units quite yet. Oh, and we got horses over here too. Okay. So the land so far is not bad. I'm glad I decided to stick with it. Okay. Actually, yeah, I need woodworking before I can do anything with those plots because they have the savannas. I believe that's the case. I'll go up there, just check it, just in case. But yeah, you need to have wood cutting before you can do anything with it. Forgot to set a timer for this. Alright. This is Siberian Tiger. They have plus 75% forest strength. So that would still be a problem if they attacked me in forest. Head back there. Yeah, we can't build ranches yet, so let's go over here. We can start on build a farm. 12% If I try to attack the tiger, that is not good enough odds. They want me to build. What am I producing on? Let's go on the wheat there. Get our population up. Okay, here's the Dravidians. Wow, they're close. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's 32 civs. It's going to be pretty crowded. Alright, so that kind of confirms my first city is going to be to the east here. I have some time to settle this stuff to the west and to the south, it looks like. More potatoes. More potatoes. Okay. Austronesia. Hayam Uruk. Okay, and they're located there. I think this is a cheetah again. We should win this.
Man is a
Alright, we have tool making.
Nowhere do you find him without tools.
So now
without
woodworking.
Tools, he is nothing. With tools, he is all.
Okay. Built this farm. Now that we've discovered tool making, we'll go build a camp on this elephant. Try to keep this warrior in the forest as much as I can. Alright, so it looks like this kind of jets up here. The continent is large. Let's check around here. Yeah, I guess. So I see clams up there. We don't have a lot of sea resources off the bat. Smokehouse. Okay, we better... Well, 5 more turns before we get woodworking, so I am going to wait. Start on mob justice. That gives you +1 happy and then minus 50% culture, but culture is not important to me right now at this stage of the game. Got a tiger up there. Oops, still very poor odds against the tiger. Here, I got another one. Okay. Well, they will be attacking us, I'm sure. No, left us alone. Does it want a piece while I'm on the hill? Yeah, there it comes. Should have favorable odds here. Okay. Alright. Since I have fishing, I should have access to that elephant. Yep. There's nothing else for him to do, so I'm gonna have to waste a couple worker turns, which isn't ideal. Most advanced, Hayam Uruk is first right now, or third, sorry. First amongst the civs that I know. I don't even make the list. Okay. working.
Rotten wood cannot be carved.
I am going to go storytelling. Now I can build some militia. Just want to make sure. Yeah. Oh, Hunter's Camping doesn't add food to camp. It adds commerce, which is still pretty good. It's unfortunate that wheat is not near a freshwater source, so it's not irrigated, so it only gives us 5 food, rather than, I think it would be 6 or 7 if it was near a water source. That's okay. We'll eventually get it irrigated. This might be one of the new things. Okay. Oh, the attacker only had 21% odds, but they would have won, and it says your warrior has miraculously prevailed over a barbarian Siberian tiger. So, in the new update, you get 2 free wins, basically, against barbarians to start. So if you would have lost a battle to a barbarian, it gives you 2 free wins. It's unfortunate that I used one of mine while I had a basically 80% chance to win. Okay. Militia. There we go, another militia. And then most likely, okay. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go hills. So, hill is the same as forest. Once you get 2 promotions, you get extra movement over hills. So that is what I'm going to gun for there. Okay, that ranch is done in 6 turns. Yeah. Alright. Now I gotta decide where I'm gonna build my next city. I think it's going to be here. That'll put us right up next to the Dravidians. But the next technology I'm going to research is going to be early metalworking, and that might change my story if there is copper near me. Oh, still tribal villages out there. Provided me with a map, which is not my favorite tribal village you can get. Alright, 19 turns for a settler. Let's have you go look at these 2 plots just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. Only met 3 other civs, so it's possible this continent is relatively small compared to the rest. More cows over here. Okay, those are just normal plots. Okay. Let's start chopping. This wolf should have no shot against my militia. Go. sniffing around. I'd like the lion to attack me. The jungle. Okay. That wasn't as easy as it should have been. I would like to explore down here a little bit more, but I need to keep my militia around because I'm going to be building another city soon. And I guess I should put them relatively close to where the settler will be. Or I guess we'll have early metalworking in 3 turns. That, barring a copper somewhere where I need it, the spot's going to be... Ooh, I should do here, so I'm on a hill. I'll eventually get the cows and the potatoes. And it'll have the defensive bonus of a hill. So you wait there. Okay, we've met a 4th civilization. Pachacuti from the Quechows. This guy's all healed up.
All that glitters.
Early
is not
metalworking.
gold.
I'm gonna get stone cutting to reveal any marble or limestone. All right, do we have copper near us? We do, over there. It also has prime timber near it. Is there any more coppers? We got gold down there. Silver over here. Copper up there too. It's weird there's, well, I guess Austronesians are around there. Seems like we're very close to the Dravidians with all this open land for the Austronesians, but okay. I think I am going to build here. Yep, that'll give me the rice and the bronze right away, which will be good food and good production. Settler, let's get that storyteller circle going. Get you up this way. Be great if we could find another tribal village, but unlikely. Right, Grey Wolf. Gonna entice the Grey Wolf to attack us. Alright, after storyteller circle, we need probably more troops. Probably another militia. On that, they're 5 experience away from leveling up again. New York will be my second city. Start them with the storyteller circle right away. Oh, I forgot. I need to turn on avoid unhappiness and avoid unhealthiness for all my cities. Unhappiness especially causes your separatism to go up quite a bit.
The finest
Alright,
workers
there's
in
stone cutting.
stone are not copper or steel tools,
We're
but
gonna
the
do
gentle
wheel,
touches of air
and then we'll do
warmth,
road building after
working
that.
at their leisure,
Do we have
with
any
liberal allowance of time.
stone near us? There's marble over here. Okay. We got the storyteller circle. This is interesting. Could do the pyramids. If we get the pyramids, then we will start producing great engineer, great people. And then it provides +1 hammer and +1 science to pagan temples, which is pretty nice. And then if you get both the pyramids and Stonehenge, Stonehenge gives you +1 pagan temple or culture to pagan temple and +1 happiness to the pagan temple as well. And who knows when we or if we'll have access to any religions. With 32 civilizations, the religions are going to get gobbled up pretty quick, and it is definitely not a priority of mine right now, so I am going to go for the pyramids right now. I may regret that in the future, but we'll see. 4 experience away from leveling up. We just chop some forest, which is nice. That helps build our wonder faster. Let's chop this forest too. A lot of jungle on this continent up there. I'm glad there's not much around us. I mean, we have tundra, which isn't great, and some swamp, but jungle early game is not nice. Yeah, this workaround to allow you to play giant maps. I hope I have it set up right. They had me download a program called Process Lasso. And basically what it does is if your memory ever gets, or memory being used by the game ever gets to a certain point, it does something called a trim and trims down that memory for you.
Put your shoulder to the wheel.
And that prevents the game from having what's called the MAF error. And yeah, it's got me pretty excited because I love playing these giant maps, and it's been a while since I've even played one. The last time I did it, I had a really, really fun game going, and we, like, the whole world basically just went into, or started a massive world war, and there was like 3 different teams, and everyone was at war with each other, and the game just basically died. It was so disappointing, but yeah, hopefully that won't be the case anymore. Okay, Catherine II from the East Slavs, so I think they will eventually be the Russians. Keep meeting more people from the continent. Pretty good sized continent. They all will be, though, on this map. Can't even tell what's attacking me. I think it's another cheetah. Yeah, I'll do open borders with the Austronesians. They are the currently #1 civilization, and I think they are probably more advanced than me currently. And they're up here, and I think just naturally the Dravidians are going to be kind of my first foes. My early plan is to get access to this copper and build a bunch of axemen and go try to take out some of these Dravidian cities and hopefully capture them, you know, to save me from having to build workers and stuff like that. Right, you can go smokehouse, I guess. Pyramids will be done in 6 turns. It'd be really nice if I was able to get that. Tipu Sultan, the Fine, is #1 in largest, or #3 in largest civilization. #1 of those that I know.
Well-beaten path does not always make it
Okay.
right.
And yeah, now that we have open borders, we get tech transfer. So I'm gonna go pottery. Just get some free, or not free, some cheaper technologies. Okay, here's where the Quechas are.
Hath not the potter
Discard
power
pottery.
over the clay to make one vessel unto honor and another
Writing,
unto dishonor?
mysticism. Yeah, let's go mysticism. That allows us to build pagan temples, and 1 turn away from the pyramids. Wow, that's really nice. We got a wonder. Let's watch this video. Alright, and now that we do have the pyramids, kind of in no... I don't want a religion now. I'm going to go Stonehenge just to see if I can get it. If we can get both, then our pagan temples will be extremely powerful. Cleared forest there. Can start building roads up to New York so we can get access to that copper. Uh-oh. Lion has plus 50% plane strength. Oh, they left us alone. Good. All right, let's try to bait them while we're on grassland. Alright. The next battle this warrior wins, they will get upgraded again. I'll get the hills upgrade. Okay. I wonder if that being an ocean is real. It is. We gotta try to actually get through here again before Quechua upgrades
Nature herself
or
has
expands their
inflicted on
culture.
minds of all
Otherwise, our
the idea of
warrior
God.
will get stranded. Okay, there is another wonder that provides a pagan temple. So it's a Nemeton for us. So I'm going to go to sculpture next. If I can get 3 of these ancient wonders right away. Cooking with gas. All right. Let's get through here. Enemy has been spotted near Washington. What is it? Scout primitives.
At your service.
They move pretty quickly. That. I desperately need some more troops. Okay, good.
Begin to weave,
Weaving.
and God will give you the
Sculpture.
thread.
Oh, 3 more turns until Stonehenge. East Slavics want open borders. I'm just going to say yes with everyone except maybe the Dravidians for now. Just to up my diplomatic relations with them. Okay. Try to bait this warrior into attacking us. 2 more turns till Stonehenge. Come on. Let's get it. It's crazy to get wonders at this point of the game when there's 32 civs going. Yeah, we got it. Wow. That is excellent. Let's watch the video for this. I guess the only problem is now it's going to be producing like great profit points, but still have a good shot at getting great engineers, which is what we want. Smokehouse. I'm going to wait on the Nemeton because I want to get that statue of Zeus. Let's see. What do I want him to build then? Probably a militia. We gotta get our military up. Flight of the Valkyries playing. One militia we can build. Alright, you have to have a Nemeton to build the statue of Zeus, so that is what I'm going to work now. I'm not going to worry about expansion at the moment. Try to bait these warriors into attacking me so I can level up again. Or get promoted again. I did not take the bait. If I go on just this hill, that might make the odds more enticing for them. No, they're too smart right now. Come on, buddy. Alright, sculpture.
Every block of stone has a statue inside it, and it is the
Can build the
task of the
statue of
sculptor
Zeus.
to
Gives you a
discover it.
free Nemeton in every city. And produces great artists. Okay. I'm gonna do archery. Just because of the tech transfer. Alright, that guy's not going to attack us. I'm going to give up on that. Statue of Zeus is only 17 turns, too. Now I need to focus on military technologies. I'm going to get the copper here hooked up shortly.
Do not throw the arrow which will return against
So I'm going to go bronze working. And weaponsmithing will probably be next. It's down here. East Slavics are to the south, huh? Alright, got a militia. Can start building a archery range. Let's go just explore out here. Just see if there are any sea resources for us. Oh, this is bad. I think I have one free land against barbarians left. Yeah. The attacker had 99% odds there, so I had a miraculous victory. Gonna get my second hill promotion. I want to get them back into my lands. I have some gold, so I can upgrade them to a militia or an archer. It's probably going to be a... I don't know which one. Probably a militia. Alright, there are fish out here. Statue of Zeus is 10 turns away. Since I forgot to set a timer, I'm just kind of guessing on when an hour is up for this episode. Alright, militia. Alright, Zoroastrianism has been founded in a distant land. Don't know where. We'll know if it was one of our neighbors, if they convert to it. It's the Berbers. Alright. I don't like being in the swamp when there's barbarians around, but a lot of swamp on the west coast over there. Alright. Where else to explore? I'm going to bring that one guy who's out there back. Have him help defend New York. Should win both of these fairly easily. Oh, they had 47% odds there. Okay. Well, my free wins are over with, so I can't be too upset. Now, this guy should definitely win easily. 0.1% chance of victory for that attacker. That Statue of Zeus in 4 turns, 3 turns now.
It is entirely
got bronze
singular
working.
for a young man killed in battle to lie
I am going to
mangled
switch
by
to
the bronze
autocracy
In his death, all things appear fair.
after I build the Statue of Zeus. Alright, let's see. What do I need for weaponsmithing? Sailing and trade. Sure. Alright, we got the statue of Zeus too, so really just like an ideal start if you're going to do a non-religion run, which is what we're going to do. We're going to be in paganism for quite some time. Check out this wonder video. Let's produce great artists as great people. Free Nemeton in every city. Obsolete with theology. Okay. Oh, it did build 50% faster with elephants. Alright, statue of Zeus. I'm going to do a barracks. And then probably 2 skirmishers. I need the skirmishers to protect against barbarians. Most powerful Tipu is up there. Are they the Cholas? Yep. Alright. Good news is the Dravidians have not tried to... Or they're the Cholas now. They have not tried to expand west towards us. The bad news is they're the most powerful civilization right now, so they could potentially attack us. Let's get some archers going in New York. I'm always very paranoid about my military strength early on in games. Boy, the Russians sure got a raw deal on their starting spot. They're way down here. We do have open borders with them, so. Alright, enemies spotted. What are you? Mounted savage. Alright, so our militia should actually be good against these. They're probably going to try to destroy my farm on that wheat resource, which is not ideal. Oh, they're attacking. That's good. Should win this. Okay. Yeah, look at the starting spot for Moscow. That's horrible. They're literally on tundra with ice right next to them and swamps. Build another archer. Alright, Hinduism has been founded somewhere. I'm going to stick to, so if you haven't watched my other series, I do the combat promotions almost always. And I know that's probably not what you're supposed to do technically with archers or city defense type units, but I just like the combat promotions because they're more versatile. Oh, okay, so Moscow isn't their capital. Their capital's down here. St. Petersburg, maybe? Yeah. And, okay, so St. Petersburg's actually really nice, but that makes sense. The starting spot's always supposed to be good, and then it's just an island of good because their second city is horrible. But they are expanding. We need to start thinking about expansion too, but I'm too worried about my military right now. What is this? Scout. They have capper as well. Alright, New York built another archer. Let's have you start working on a settler. I'm going to play for 5 more minutes and hope that that's about an hour. Might be a little more, but I'm too excited right now. Got a skirmisher. Let's get another one.
All present and accounted for. What do you need?
91% chance of victory. I'll take it. Alright, skirmisher right off the bat can take out there. Got a warrior. Alright, you can see our military relative to everyone else is quite strong right now.
No nation was ever ruined by trade.
Okay. Kazan. Where's these horsemen going? Send the militia out there again. Hopefully the horseman attacks. Skirmisher. Okay. What can I do here? Yeah, Weaver's shop. Get some gold. Annoying. Alright, let's get this skirmisher kind of out here. Can't build. We need to mine these hills for Washington. The Berbers want to do open borders. Sure. Or what am I doing with this guy? The worker needs to rebuild this farm and connect it.
Awaiting your orders.
Another skirmisher out here. It is a little concerning I only have 2 cities right now, but I think the trade-off is that I got those 3 wonders, which is very nice. Skirmishers are so good early game. Okay, yeah, build a spearman. The defensive troop for the new city we are building. Alright, the Berbers and the Dravidians, or the Cholas. Sorry, are gonna... They already got some border tension going on. Okay, having my skirmisher here is already paying off. Tag dent. Okay, I'm gonna finish out this turn, and I'm gonna call that an episode. Alright, well that's episode 1. There should be a fun one. Looks like our continent, there's 32 civs, and we've got 6 on this continent, so maybe a relatively small continent compared to the rest of the world, but we shall see. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.